Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, we know that Dragon Ball Z Broly is going to be Worldwide Download Celebration, right? He should be one of the, main part 2 or part 1 LRs, right? Either, I'm not sure if it'll be a dual Dokkan Fest or it'll be a Dokkan Fest plus a Carnival. Regardless, Broly will be one of the 2 part 1 LRs, right? We know this on Global and JP. So now, there is 1 week left, right? This is kind of like the countdown week. Now, JP is just gonna have the countdown week, which is just the, the teasers, every day and some other things. But Global, I think, could have one last gasp, push to getting a bunch of stuff onto, Global Dokkan. Now, Global is behind 3 characters in Limbo. LR Jiren, Dokkan Fest Master Roshi, and LR Salmax. Now, they're adding Infinite Dragon Ball History, this is a Dragon Ball Super version of this, to Global. Interesting that we didn't get... Oh, we don't have the teaser for the Goku and Frieza fight, though, huh? Yeah, an Extreme Super Battle Road stage, normal Super Battle Road stage. This is the Dragon Ball story that came out with Roshi. This has Devilman, who isn't very good, but, it is what it is. We have the Dragon Ball... What is the yeah, I think it's just Dragon Ball Super, right? I think it's just Dragon Ball Super is the superhero, my bad. So we've got all of those announced, right? But no Goku and Frieza fight. All right, so we'll see when that's going to come into Global, right? I mean, they could just add it, along with a lot of extra stuff. So, I mean, a decent point is made right here. So, the new stage for Infinite Dragon Ball History versus DBZ Superhero. You do fight LR Salmax. We've never had an in-game boss with the art of a summonable character without that character having been obtained. There was this. Was the Worldwide Download Celebration 2020 with Gohan, Boo, and Gotenks. They were already in the game data, so it could be used. Okay. And that's kind of a similar thing. I mean, there's a couple of tweets, if we kind of scroll down. Like, it was, I was asked, right, like, when did Stage 8 of the Shadow Dragon event come with LR Omega? And I actually just looked at my own video here. And then, boom, there we go. Like, because I knew that LR Omega and the stage came at around the same time. Like, but I wasn't sure, like, did we get Omega a couple of days early and then the event a couple of days later or something like that? Just, like, confirmation on that. But, like, they were in the same data download, right, was the point. So we could kind of look at a couple of things. Proton points out that this could be the reason why Cellmax was just in those files, that last data download. And then people were like, oh, could this mean that Cellmax is coming? Wait, no. This isn't the data download. There was a global data download recently. Let me pull it up since I talked about it. Yeah, here we go. Right here. This one. August 12th data download, which has got Cellmax in there. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, could this mean Cellmax would come next? I didn't really think so. Nah, I didn't think so. But we do have this stage coming. Now, he's already in the data technically for Global with this. So that's probably just what this is. And it doesn't necessarily mean Cellmax is coming this week. But at the same time, he just very easily could be coming this week. Yeah, so we have that. And that kind of, like, covers up kind of like the gist of this. So, I mean, it's within the realm of possibility that we see LR Salmax come this week on Global. Now, I went back and looked, and as far as I was able to tell, the Rose/Cellmax celebration is missing 2 pieces of content. The Cellmax banner, and then EX missions for the Cellmax event, which I've got pulled up right here from, again, my own video. This is why I'm glad, I have had some people recently that goes, you don't need to do a video on every single thing anymore, but, I mean, it does make my channel kind of like an easily searchable encyclopedia for the game at the same time, right? You literally just go over here, and, we type in, I don't know, new event, Infinite Dragon Ball History. Like, let's see if this pulls it up. Like when oh, it's coming soon. Yeah, look at this. So see, like this is what I'm saying. Like we could just use my channel to search shit up easily like this. You know, I know a lot of people don't like me, but yeah, you've got this resource to you right here. We got everything, because I make sure to title shit in a certain way so it's easily searchable. That's why I don't typically do kind of like meme titles or something like that. An example of one I did recently was this, but this is just like, okay, like super easy, Kid Goku is not coming. Like that was one I could have done like a meme title, but again, I do kind of make sure to word everything, you know, very by the numbers or the letters, so I could just easily search it up later down the line. There's a method to the madness. But looking at this, okay, so these EX missions, this is for stage 1 of the Cell Max event, not the new stage 2. So these actually were very, very, very easy to get done, right? These missions right here, these were not tough with a lot of the modern characters. I mean, remember, the Cell Max event was a difficult event from now 2 years ago. It's like exactly 2 years old, stage 1 of that Cell Max fight. So, you know, a lot of these missions are just really not that tough. Like, look at that AGL one. Looks very scary. But, like, AGL UI Goku could pretty much sun Cell Max by himself. You know, bring the support memory, boosted Universal Survival Saga memory, and you're good. Although, Global doesn't have that because they don't have the God event. The boss rush stages, sort of the God event, which comes with the upgrade to the Universal Survival Saga support memory. But, I mean, any support memory to buff UI Goku would be good, right? So this is the Rose and Cell Max celebration. Let's take a look here. So the Cell Max banner, obviously that's not out on Global. Most of the other stuff should be, though, right? Like, you know, like Super Easy Goku Black, Physical Rose was a global first, right? Kefla was a global first. Even these weekend ticket missions were just reformatted for Topo for global, right? Like, as we go through, we could see that, like, all of this stuff is already out on global. This is already out on global. This is the UI Sign Goku stage, which was already put on global, right? This is the superhero. Yeah, this is the superhero Infinite Dragon Ball History stage right there. There are actually some legendary freeze event missions that are missing. This batch right here, which is Universe 6, Space Traveling Warriors, and Universal Survival Saga. I believe Global has not yet received those missions. Yeah, so it's these three right here. Global, I believe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Global has not gotten these 3 missions yet. To be fair, though, these could be they could be added at any time, even as just like extra content during Worldwide or something like that, right? There's no reason it couldn't be. So there's that. This has already come to Global. Battlefields are caught up. Kefla's already out on Global, obviously. The second stage of this was just added to Global early with the first stage during the anniversary, so that's already on Global. Global, I believe, is caught up in these stages as well. World Tournament Global is caught up on. And very quickly, you guys could see, right? Like, all that's really in here is just Cell Max and those EX missions, which they could just release when Cell Max actually comes out. What is this? Those are the missions. Oh, okay. So this gets us to the last point. I don't have it pulled up, but Global is actually 1 pity coin in front of JP, which is a bit of a nuisance with how bad we've seen they are at handling kind of like, I don't know, the translating aspect on Global or whatever it is we want to say. So it does, like, I do think they would want to be on the same pity coin for Global and JP moving forward, right? So there's a good chance Cell Max isn't just like a yellow coin LR banner, but I mean, what if he's just slid in on Jiren's banner? I mean, are they gonna do that? I mean, they could. Because remember, Tech Jiren, he was taken off of this, and he was placed onto, whatchamacallit, the 17 and Golden Frieza and Team Universe 7 banner. Jiren was put on that. So they could potentially just add Cell Max in here. So Jiren plus Cell Max on the banner. It would make quite a bit of sense, which does make me wonder, are they actually going to do it? Because, I mean, with the global sync, when it's made a ton of sense, it's usually been something they haven't done. But this would solve the issue of Global being, you know, like right now, Global and JP have the same amount of pity coins. So if Cell Max is just a yellow coin banner, Global will be 1 pity coin ahead moving in, right? Which I imagine they don't want to do. So I could easily see Cell Max just added to this Jiren banner right here. This Carnival Jiren banner that is double raids. I mean, that would be a massive W if you have Jiren and Cell Max on a double rates banner. I mean, but the only thing that, again, does kind of poke a hole in this kind of like theory I'm thinking of is Jiren, I imagine, would come with the last 2 stages of the Supreme Magnificent Battle, the Tournament of Power Supreme Magnificent Battle. So that's the only thing. There's 2 stages to this. There's the UI Goku stage and then the Goku and Frieza. So, I mean, maybe I would be a little bit... Damn, I suppose they could always just have it in the data tonight. So, by the way, both Global and JP are getting data downloads tonight for sure. Remember, JP is going to be in maintenance. JP is going to leave maintenance. Global doesn't have maintenance. No, they did. Oh, it's tonight. It's tonight. Yeah, they announced the maintenance for it. No. It's on the... What? Okay. Why wouldn't they just put both games into maintenance at the same time? What? I don't understand. Okay, sure. Sure, dude. Whatever. I mean, that, by the way, is telling us when next week's data download is this. So, Global and JP, that night is when Global and JP are going to be getting data downloads. That will be part 1 of the Worldwide Download Celebration. Will be in that data download right there. But what it's not going to have in it is obviously like the part 1 LRs, right? There'll probably be a Dokkan now. I'm pretty certain there'll probably be a big special like video because this is it. The sync is here. After this week, we are synced. You know, starting with this week right here, the 25th and on, the sync has happened. So, we'll see. This is the last gasp effort. Roshi, I mean, they could easily, I guess, just have Roshi show up like when he returns on JP, like when he gets his return banner, then he's out on Global. I mean, they could do that. We'll see what's gonna happen, but the possibility does exist that Cell Max could come this week. The possibility exists that Jiren could come this week. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys would like to see. If you guys wouldn't like to see them at all, because remember, I mean, if Global gets Cell Max or Jiren or both this week, there is a dual Dokkan Fest or a Dokkan Fest plus a Carnival next week. So, it's going to be very jam-packed for Global. Still continuing forward a little bit here.